Good afternoon. I'm Heidi Thompson, your legacy lifeguard with Lifeguarding Legacies. I'm an estate planning attorney, and I help people to make sure that what they've worked for goes to the people they love and the causes they care about. Um, this is my normal Monday noontide show, but due to some wonderful travel plans over the weekends, we have been moved to Tuesday this week. So, surprise, we're at a different day. Generally, we do come to you on Mondays, but I was so glad to have my guest today willing to work with me on her date and time. So today we have the joy of welcoming Julie Hamilton. She's a friend here in my local Phoenix network who helps people as a coach with fibromyalgia. So, Julie, I'm so excited to have you on the show. Just get to know the people on my show. Tell me a little about yourself.
Well, thank you, Heidi, for inviting me today. Um, I moved to Phoenix area about a year and a half ago from Cincinnati,
Mhm.
and we live on the west side. And I'm just trying to get to know people through networking groups and everything. But we have a blended family. We have 4 children, one in Florida, one in Ohio, Nebraska, and Casper, Wyoming. So our
Oh,
thing is to travel where they are and see them all.
perfect. Very
So.
nice. So, hey, how did you start getting involved with fibromyalgia?
Well, let's see, about 13, 14 years ago. Um, oh my brain just went blank, but I was experiencing widespread body pain after a neck surgery. I was an HR director for 20 years and just working a lot of hours, a lot of stress, family life, sandwich generation, marriage, all of that. Well, all of that can contribute to like the symptoms of fibromyalgia and with trauma, surgeries, everything like that. And I went to the doctor after neck surgery and said, I can't get this pain under control. And that's when I was diagnosed.
Mm.
I learned to pretty much manage it after that. But then in 2015, I moved to Cincinnati, Ohio. If you know anything about the climate, there's no very rarely any sun, I feel. It's very humid, temperature changes, and my body didn't like it. My health wasn't conducive, and I spent 90 to 95% of my time in bed.
Oh,
And I thought, this is no way to live. So I started doing a lot of research on fibromyalgia, what I can do, how I can help myself. And I ran across a program to train fibromyalgia coaches. So I took that program, took a life coach program at the same time, and I started my own business in 2016 because one of the things I'm passionate about is helping people. In my HR position, that's what I did. I helped mentor people, grow them. And so I decided I wanted to do that and help others with fibromyalgia.
that's fantastic. So, how would someone know? How would someone know that fibromyalgia might be something that they should even consider or ask a doctor about?
Well, normally now, there is a blood test, but a lot of doctors aren't aware of that. So a lot of times what they'll do is they'll rule out other symptoms of other diagnoses. But fibromyalgia can be widespread body pain. It affects our sleep, brain fog. As you can tell, I'm having some of that today. Cognitive thinking challenges, irritable bowel syndrome, just a lot of things that go with it. So if you just a lot of pain and you can't seem to figure it out or where it's located because it can move, ask your doctor.
Okay. All right. So that is actually really good advice for anyone that just can't understand why
Mhm.
they can't get out of bed, they can't figure out what's going on. They can't, or if they've got that diagnosis, to know that there's hope out there that
Yes.
someone can help walk them through. So how do you help people in this coaching business?
Well, what I do is I right now I tailor make a program to someone's needs because there's so many people that have it, but it's different for everybody. So what might work for me might not work for client A or client B. So right now it's tailor made to what those needs are. I'm in the process of developing an overall program where you can learn more about it. And then through one-on-one coaching, you can tailor make it to how I can help you individually. But we go through diet, we go through exercise, sleep, because we're always fatigued because our body is in a fight or flight mode all the time.
Oh,
So it's always on high alert. Um, so we're prone to different things, but we go through diet, exercise, energy levels, sleep, just all of that. But my specialty then, as well as workplace accommodations, family medical leave, how to talk to your boss at work, because it not only affects our home life, it affects our work life as well.
I see. Yes, absolutely. I imagine it would affect everything. And if you could
Mhm.
kind of have a plan for how you manage all of that, I would imagine it would make every day more successful and better.
Yes, yes, exactly. Yep.
Okay. So can you tell me like one success story you've had recently?
Oh, yes. I'll tell you my favorite one. I was working with an individual that worked in the public sector. And when I first started working with her, she could not lift her head off the pillow.
Oh no.
She was on a leave from her job. Over the course of 15, 16 months, we worked together and we got her out of bed. We got her functioning at home. We got her back to working 30 hours a week. And we got special accommodations at work. We worked with her bosses, all of that. And that is truly a joy and an inspiration for anyone. There is hope and there is help.
That is such an important message. Absolutely. Oh, I
Mm.
love it. So so it seems like your story is a little bit you got a diagnosis, your skill set led right in, and then you found an opportunity to work in that area. Like, what made you decide coaching was the way to go?
I think it's just my passion with working with people. And I know that I can help them learn things about fibromyalgia. I can help them manage it because I've had it under control twice now since I moved to Arizona. I have a better quality of life. I'm out doing things. Like today, I went on an 18-mile bike ride this morning, and a lot of people would say, I can't even get out of bed. I can't exercise. Yeah, but you know what? It doesn't matter. You need to get up and get your blood flowing, get your oxygen moving, because the longer you sit, the stiffer and more hard it is to get active and moving. And it helps reduce your pain. So I just wanted to get into the field to help others know that they can learn to manage it and have a better quality of life.
I guess so. 18-mile bike ride. I'm not sure
Yeah,
I could do that without any excuse. Wow, that's fantastic.
yeah.
Good
So
for
I,
you.
it's just it's also, I think, Heidi, your outlook on life. My business is called Coaching PI, and the PI stands for positive influence.
Uh-huh.
Because when we have a health condition that inhibits our quality of life, we have depression and anxiety, and we get very negative in life. And I don't allow my clients to do that. We all want to be a positive person and positive thinking. And I think it really helps us make us feel better every day.
Oh, I bet. I absolutely bet. Well,
Mhm,
it seems like the same process. I mean, do you help people as well that um, maybe it's not a diagnosis of fibromyalgia, but maybe they have the same kinds of
mhm.
symptoms and thoughts and because it seems like, you know, depression.
Anxiety, all of that. Yep.
Okay.
That's a whole gamut. Chronic fatigue,
Mhm.
chronic pain, lupus. I, I'm losing my thoughts on some others right now.
But you
But
can
yeah.
see all of those would have the same kinds of
Hmm.
symptoms in common and would probably be similar treatment plans, I would think as well. So that would make sense. Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
fantastic. So if someone wanted to learn more about this and what you do, what would be some good ways for them to do that? Do you-
I would recommend the best way was probably check out my website, and that's at coachingpi.com. And it kind of gives my background story. It talks a little bit about fibro and what coaching is and how to get a hold of me and setting up a consultation. Because I do offer a free consultation at no
Great.
charge, and we can kind of see what your needs are, if it's a good fit, if we can work together. Because I like to think I can work with everyone and anyone, but it doesn't always work that way. And so to kind of see if it makes sense to work together, and then we just go from there.
I
But
love
yeah,
it.
that's the best way.
Okay, so that's so coachingpi.com. So that's where they're going to go to learn more about what you offer, learn how to get in touch with you, learn if this makes sense and if this is something that they may really need in their lives.
Mhm.
And I love the idea of the PI, the positive influence. That's just
Yes.
um, when you can start to embrace that, it
Mhm.
changes everything else.
Yes, I totally agree. Because at one point in my life, I had so much negativity and living, the people you surround yourself with. And
Hmm.
as soon as you eliminate that, how much better quality of life you feel about yourself, you feel about your health, you can get up and do things, you're a much happier person. And I think all of that affects on how we feel every day. You have a choice when you wake up. How am I going to feel today? Am I gonna have a good day or a bad day? I always choose a good day.
Oh, choosing a good day. What a great way to start. Absolutely. I
Mhm.
remember someone on the radio once, it said something that stuck with me. I couldn't even, it was probably John Tesh, I'll be honest. I'm not sure where it came from, but he said something about if a negative person says something to you, it will impact the next 10 interactions you have with
Yes,
people. If a positive person says something to you, it has that same effect. So
Mhm,
just realizing that every little touch throughout the day, my
mhm.
decision, my choice, like you talked about this morning, to make it a good day. Once I've done that, the next contact I make might pass that to 10 more people.
Yes. It's
That's
kinda that be kind to everyone.
Yeah, it's a really powerful thought to think
Mhm.
that we can have such far reach. And so, and
Yeah.
that you're changing people's lives to have that kind of power that
Yes.
changes more lives. And it's just
Yes.
what a great.
And so many people with fibromyalgia do not know that there are coaches out there that can help them. And so, we just are it's a new field. We're trying to get our names out and let people know that we're out there. And all of the coaches that I know have fibromyalgia. So we live it, we get it, we know it.
That's fantastic. And
So,
and it's always great to learn from an overcomer.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's it's before and after and life improve. Such good stuff. Well, Julie, this has been such an incredible joy. Again, Julie can be reached at coachingpi.com. And I hope that if you're struggling with pain, can't get out of bed, or if you've had a diagnosis of fibromyalgia or something similar that just wears you down and makes you feel like it's you can't get through the day, I hope that you'll know that there's hope and help. I hope that you'll reach out to Julie and see what she can do to change that whole outlook and figure out that plan to get toward a place where you might be able to ride 18 miles on a bicycle today. I love it so much. All right. Well, that has been today's episode of the Monday Noontide today on Tuesday. And I'm your legacy lifeguard, Heidi Thompson. And I do want you to know if you have been putting off your estate plan, there is no better time than the present. I am happy to answer, just like Julie. I offer free consultations and I love to answer questions for people, whether you work for me or not, work with me or not. Everyone needs an estate plan. And if you think you don't have one, you're wrong. The state has one for you, and it's probably not what you want. So talk to me or
Mhm.
another estate attorney, get those answers, get a good plan in place so that you can make sure that you leave behind a gift for your family and not a mess. With that in mind, Julie, thank you so much for being on
Thank
the
you.
show. And I look forward to seeing everybody again next Monday on the Monday Noontide. Have a great day.